space for a bigger brain, if that makes sense. So the amount of intelligence you can sort of pack in there, you have a lot more room to work with. So every year they're going to have a new chip, just like Apple does a new chip every year, A17, A18, whatever. Tesla's going to do a new chip every year. So next year is going to be AI 5. Year after that's going to be AI 6. And you don't have to worry too much. Your old car is going to continue to work and get updates, just like the AI 3 cars are starting to get V14 Lite right now. But they're going to have a new chip every year. And just like with Apple, the new iOS comes out and it runs on the A14 and the A15 and the A16 and the A17. The chips are going to be designed to be backwards compatible, but they're going to do a new chip every year. And as they do a new chip every year, the amount of intelligence they're going to be able to pack into this model is just going to increase and increase until the point where it can like run a Grok class LLM locally. And you'll be able to drive around and talk to your car and have conversations with it. And it'll be like talking to another person that really understands you, really understands what you want to do, what would be the exact right place to drop you off. And it's just going to get better every year. So the way they're training the models is getting better. The data they're collecting, the data set, all of that, the training process, the training compute they have is getting better. But the chips in the cars are also getting better. And those two things combined pretty much guarantee that the cars will get smarter every year, that they'll get better at driving every year. So just think about the improvement you've seen from FSD 11 to 12 to 13 to 14 and start projecting that forward into 15, 16, 17, and 18, and AI 5 and AI 6 and AI 7. We haven't seen anything yet. These cars are going to be so smart, it's just going to blow our mind. It's going to be like people go, no, I like to drive. But when we see how good these cars are going to get at driving, how perfect they are, how they avoid things we didn't even think of or see, how they beat traffic, how they go around road construction, how they pick the lanes that are the least bumpy lanes automatically because they know no one's going to want to drive themselves.
I have question. I want to say hi to everybody here, and I have more question. Hello, Landon. Hello, Overly. Hello, Dallas. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I've been playing interview with Homa right now. It's just having fun so far. Join me. If you have a question, ask to speak. Raise your hand and let's go. So, um, send Homa and Robert is here, and I have a question. The question is, how are we training the robot? FSD, Grok. How does it go? Can you make it like a coloring
They're
photo
bu-
for people like me?
they're building world models. They're ingesting a lot of what they call egocentric data. They're putting cameras on hats, on glasses. They're capturing a human doing something, making a sandwich, working on a factory floor, doing something else, and they're ingesting all that video. Who's the leader in building world models this way? Tesla is. And who has the most diverse factory in the world? Tesla at the Fremont factory. I met people from Mexico, Korea, China, India, Germany, all over the place, Japan, in that factory. So, who's going to have the ability to train it on how we make food, for instance? Chinese food, Mexican food, Korean food, German food. I have a feeling Elon's going to figure that out. The world models aren't yet ready. Nobody has one that really works. Even the Chinese don't have it, and 1X doesn't have it. Fable doesn't have it, but they're cooking. And I expect to see over the next 18 months big improvements in world models that run these humanoid robots. You're seeing the hands are getting better. 1X just showed off their new hand, which is quite impressive. I would assume Tesla's going to be at that quality or better. Um, so building a humanoid robot is, number one, you have to have a brand, you have to have a way to get it to people, you have to have maintenance for it, which we haven't really started talking about. You have to have the ability to make it. You have to have the ability to make the world model to run it, right? And you have to do it for a cheap price or cheaper than anybody else, because that's the game. Here's a reason they took out the S and X lines. Uh, Tesla's going to be able to make a lot of them, and when you can make a lot of them, I learned in the camera store, if I buy 1,000 cameras, I get a cheaper price than if I only buy 100. And the same is true for activators and computers and batteries and all the things that go into making a humanoid robot. I don't see competition in the West. If there is competition, it's from Xpeng or something like that in China.
How do we? This is just me thinking for a second. I saw Josh hand for a minute ago. I will hand the mic to Josh in a minute. If they give us a robot, how do we talk to a robot? The app?
There's going to be two models in the head of the robot. One is going to be a large language model. Think of Grok as a large language model, and another is going to be the world model. The world model understands how the world works, how you pick up a Coke can and move it around, or how you can, do whatever you want done in your house, water your plants or whatever. That's the world model. The large language model is going to be how you talk to the robot. Hey, Optimus, can you water my plants? Right? That's Grok understanding your intent and your language, and then telling the world model, hey, find the plants that this guy's talking about.
Josh, please.
Hey, yeah, I didn't want to change the topic or anything, but Omar was talking a little bit earlier on just about, sort of the EDS, people saying that, Elon's involved in politics or what have you. We don't like Elon anymore. And so I'm not going to buy the car. And then Landon hopped in the room there and he just reminded me of a post that he put up that he was taking a video of trade-ins at a Tesla gallery. And here are Model Ys, Model 3s with anti-Elon stickers traded in on another Tesla. So for all of the posturing and all of the soapbox standing and all of the, I'm so holier than thou because I don't like Elon, the product is so friggin' good that they went and got another one. And the proof is in the pudding. Isn't that right, Landon?
That's the truth. I was laughing at that thing. I put it up top there in case you want to see that. But I don't understand. I mean, I really try to understand this. Is this like when they accuse Michael Jackson of terrible, horrible things, but he still clearly has the most amazing catalog of pop number one hits? Do you say, you know what? That's on the radio. That's on streaming. I'm shut it off. I'm not listening to that because I don't stand for that kind of behavior, whether it's right or wrong or proven or true or not. So I don't know. Is it okay for people to drive Teslas that hate Elon? It is, but it sure seems like a real mental stretch to get there. If you have to work that hard, if politics are that important to you, I mean, I don't know. Are there any senators or anybody in this room here? Unless you're a senator, politics I don't think should be that important to you that you put stickers on your car about CEOs. Thanks for bringing it up, Josh. That was fun.
Yeah, and I think with, the improvements, again, we're going to start to see some of these remarkable steps like we first saw with V14, which was really, for me anyways, in my opinion, the first really giant leap from FSD. And I mean, the most recent one would have been going from 0 to the initial early access program, and then we're going to see another big shift, where we're going to not have any sort of nag or any attention or anything like that. And then we're going to go to this world of I'm sitting in the back seat, that type of thing. Those types of profound leaps in technology advancement, no matter what your political bent is or your opinion or your emotions or how you feel when you got out of bed that morning, it really doesn't matter. because the bottom line is it's going to provide so much convenience and so much safety that everyone's going to be compelled to want to partake in that technology.
I just want to hear Omar do the mad investor voice again. That's all.
I wasn't here for it. No, yeah, we got two requests for you for the bag holder bit.
The first thing in the morning when he wakes up, why didn't Omar tell us, that guy, why didn't the stock go up? The deliveries were amazing.
I am.
We're tired of winning. Sick and tired. Fast guy. We've been winning all week. Lars had his announcement. It was late. Unacceptable.
Good
Oh,
one.
I
I am
found it hilarious how
working.
Tesla was kind of like poking at us a little bit with their wording, like very carefully. They were like, cool announcement from Giga Texas. And they like put Lars in the video. It's like they were kind of addressing the whole controversy lightly. But yeah,
I
it's
love
pretty
that.
funny. That's the last time Lars is ever going to announce when he expects something to be announced.
Oh, that's a terrible thing. He's been our pillar. He's been our rock for the no steering wheel and CyberCab information. If we don't have him as backup, I don't know what we'll do.
Actually, do you blame Lars or Herbert?
Shouldn't we? We should blame ourselves for hyping up everything that happens, from the cyber spoon to the McDonald's car to the they're canceling Model 3. Do you remember that controversy? Oh my God, we can whip anything up into a frenzy.
Yeah, I mean, it literally doesn't matter. Find a new hobby, get into baseball or something. If you're living for like what Lars is going to announce today, who gives a fuck? They'll announce shit when they announce shit. It's not like it really makes a difference to us if employees are getting rides anyway. So, I don't know. Go outside. Touch the
I
grass,
personally,
you know?
I personally liked the fork in the road. That was the best. The best visual there. Nobody caught that.
It's funny, people talking about, I'm blocking Lars. I'm like, I'm sure he'll be devastated 6 months from now when he logs back onto X
Yeah,
again.
the guy without a profile photo cares that you blocked him. Get the frig out of here. Are you kidding? Please. Oh my gosh. People are too
Dude,
much.
go tour the Fremont factory or the Austin factory if you ever get a chance and look at the thousands of people who are literally doing hard work, picking up pieces of metal and polishing them and working with these machines to build these cars and build these products for us. And it's really hard not to appreciate what Lars and what everybody on the team is doing to make these amazing products for us that make our lives great. And then you have this dumbass set of customers who are just like, fuck you, Lars. Fuck you, Herbert. It's like, dude, like, get a life, you know?
There it is.
Oh, I'm working with Gary right now. I try to find the time slot that we will have Omar the headliner. We're gonna do Tesla Comedy Club. I invite everybody to join. I don't know
That's great.
when. I have to respect Gary and Omar time, but it's gonna happen one of these days. We're gonna have Josh have to come during the Trump sound. I cannot miss Josh. I make it happen. I promise. I'm gonna make it when the day's stock is go all time high too. How about that? We can all laugh
We'll
about
have to
Tesla.
have a Trump off between Dallas and
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah, I'm not coming if Dallas
Exactly.
isn't there. We're going to fight it out. It's going to be fantastic. Dallas versus Austin. 1-2. Let's go.
What you all didn't catch in the famous announcement is that the CyberCab is cheaper to operate, which is the real news.
But you don't think we caught that?
Oh, I know you did, but You had to read between the lines of that environmental impact report to see, oh shit, this is going to be made faster and cheaper than any other vehicle on the road, and a better experience to boot. I'm buying one. Who else is buying one?
Well, it's funny, you brought up maintenance 10 minutes ago. Let's talk about that. And actually, Josh, this always sticks with me, Mr. West. You talked about the cleaning, if you're going to own a quote fleet of these, do people really want to, how are we going to handle this maintenance and the cleaning and all of that? That definitely is a factor.
I never want to see it again once I buy it. So I assume Tesla's going to have a cleaning center. And they've already shown a robot that can do lightweight cleaning of the Cybercab at a supercharger, right? So it goes and gets some charge, and then the robot cleans out the Diet Coke can that was left there, or dirt on the carpet or whatever. Now, if somebody's vomited in the car or slashed the seats or done something crazy, then it needs to go to a service center and have that cleaned up or fixed, right?
I think being in
Now,
Cali, Robert, you won't have to worry about that. You guys have plenty of infrastructure, but I think it's going to be very regional. I think how this whole thing is rolled out, and I think certain regions will, be more dependent on big central centers, and then I think there's going to be other opportunities for sort of B-tier companies to sort of step up and get involved, right? Because they need to run 24 hours. That's the other thing, especially near any type of metropolis. This thing needs to be
B
going.
tier. Yep, I like B tier. I'm going to go F tier. The ones I own them. It's up to me. I'm going to cut the price to nothing. I'm never going to clean them. I'm never going to wash them. They're going to be like Rent-A-Wreck, maybe Cannabis Cab. I don't know. But if you get in, it's at your own risk, but it's going to be cheaper than any other source.
Let me tell you, when you have a baby spit up all over the seats in your car, it's never the same again, period.
Oh, that's not true. My kids barfed in the backseat of my Model 3 in 2018, and it's just fine. It cleans up pretty good.
Oh, not milk, spoiled milk. Oh,
Well, it's anything with
Uh,
protein cultures in a fibrous material. On your 3 seats, yeah, we saw all those videos of guys pouring red wine and all that sort of thing, and it wipes right up. The seats, I don't think, are the issue at all. And the nice thing too is the 3 seats are not perforated, just like CyberCab. So I think that cleanup aspect is going to be just fine. I think it's more along the lines of carpet and any other type of material. Yep. There's a material in the CyberCab on the back wall behind the seat. So if that somehow gets splattered with something, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. They're going to have to
Josh,
work on smell sensitivity as well.
Are the textile seats in the standards and in the new Cybertruck, are those really a petroleum product? I mean, I know our vegan seats are a petroleum product. It's really good. I advocate for making things out of plastic, of course. But and the carpets then, couldn't the carpets be a plastic fiber that's better than the old wools and weird stuff we used to have?
Well, it could be, but it's still really a complex material. It's not smooth. And so that's the problem, is it traps all that crap in there, right? If you have a service animal that has an accident or tracks something in on its wet feet on a rainy day or whatever the case may be, that's the issue, is just trapping the physical media in the material. So I think they may pivot to a washable floor. I mean, if I buy CyberCabs, I will be ripping that carpet out of there in a heartbeat and putting in some sort of almost like spray and bed liner floor or something like that. Something that is non-slip. Obviously you want non-slip. It needs to have some sort of rubberized sound acoustic quality, but at the same time, I want to wash that sucker right out. I want a drain plug in that floor and just rinse her down. That way you've got speed and longevity. And unless that carpet is like $50 and you just put a new one in, but that just doesn't seem very environmentally conscious as well. So depends what they come out with.
Yeah, Josh, I put the mud floors. I mean, Tesla, I think, has them on their on the website. I can't remember where I got mine. They were definitely fitted just for the Model 3, but I've used them for Uber, and obviously there have been some fluids and materials that have accumulated in the back, and they clean off very, very easily. Yeah, you just take them out, wash them down.
They are good. Here's the big difference, JC, is that you're in the vehicle A, so there's going to be a limit to what people and animals are going to do in your car, and B, the layout of the CyberCab is different than the back seat of a 3 or a Y, just because it's much more of a larger layout. I mean, you can have an animal running around in there, going up under the dash, putting its paws up on that back wall. It could be any amount of things. And again, these are like running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And how often are human eyes or a human nose, smelling or seeing what the situation is? The worst thing you can have, really, in my opinion, is a rider hail it, and then it shows up and it's nasty. Now that rider not only is upset that they're delayed their time because they got to wait for another CyberCab, or maybe they just call a different rideshare service, and then they give a poor review to that particular vehicle. So
yeah, they call Uber and get a 2013 Tercel that has like
there's
a burrito from 8 days ago that the guy forgot. That's the baseline we're talking about.
I think it's going to be your neighbor's CyberD. Honestly, I think it's going to be the next guy down the road that had the same great idea to buy 5 CyberCabs just like you did, but you lose the fare to him. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be pretty competitive, and if you're going to go for the lowest price point, I mean, it's going to be skinny margins to begin with. So you're going to want to make sure that your game is on point every single time.
Yeah, I was talking more about today's baseline as the CyberCabs, over the next year or two. I think we're creating this panacea of what people are experiencing with an Uber X right now that does not exist.
100%. And I completely agree with you. I think that you could shoot that out to the next 5, even 10 years, because you got to get all these human drivers off the road. However, once that happens, CyberCab is still here, and you're still going to want to make sure that thing's running efficiently. Like, there's a longevity to it, because this is the future, right? This is not like, we're only going to have CyberCab for 5-10 years and then something else is going to come out. This is it. And so it's got to be, user friendly, but also owner friendly as well.
Yeah, I trust Tesla on that. I mean, all I got to do is look at a 2026 Model 3 compared to a 2018 Model 3. And no offense to anybody in the space that's got a 2018 Model 3. It's an amazing vehicle. But I mean, I think you could probably look at those two vehicles and say, yeah, Tesla usually gets better on things.
100%.